everyone, this is the practice video for inequality applications or inequality word problems. So let's go ahead and get started. Miguel wants to have at least $500 in his account to spend over the summer. He already has $150. He deposits $25 each week. Write and solve an inequality to determine how many weeks it will take for him to reach at least $500. So he wants to reach at least $500. That means that he can have more than $500. So, but he wants to have at least. So it's 500 or more. So therefore, we're going to use the or equal to sign. So he wants $500 or more. And so he already has $150. And we're looking for how many weeks it will take for him to reach at least 500. So x equals number of weeks. Okay. So we're going to add. He adds $25 per week, so that's our unit rate, $25 each week. That's our unit rate. So 25 times x, because remember that any unit rate inside the question is going to be our coefficient right here. So we're going to solve by subtracting 150 from each side. Okay, and that gets us 350 is less than or equal to 25x. And then we're going to multiply both sides by 1 over 25, which means that x is greater than or equal to, what is this going to be, 12, 14. So he must save for 14, at least 14 months. So he must save for 14 weeks or more. Go ahead and try to solve this problem out on your own. What you should have found is that x equals the number of Snickers that I can eat, okay, because that's what we are looking for. We're looking for how many Snickers minis I can eat, or Snicker minis. There we go, Snicker minis. So, as a result, we can eat no more than 1,200 calories a day. Okay, but that means we can eat exactly 1,200 calories a day. So therefore, we're going to use the 1,200 is greater than or equal to 750 plus 75x. Okay, so this side, the right-hand side, is how many we actually eat, and the other side is the goal. Okay, we want to eat exactly this amount or less. So this is our goal. And in order to solve this, we have to subtract 750 from both sides. And what we get is 450 is greater than or equal to 75x. Then multiply both sides by 1 over 75. And we find that 6 is greater than or equal to x, so we can eat no more than 6 Snicker minis. Okay. Go ahead and try this question out on your own. How you should have set this up is 250 is less than 25 plus 10x. And the reason for that is that it says that we can make we have to make more than 250. Therefore, we can't make just 250. Making 250 is not enough. We have to make more than that. So we cannot use the or equal to part. We have to use just the greater than sign, okay, or less than sign. So here, the unit rate again is $10 an hour. So that's why this is going to be our coefficient. And we're going to solve by subtracting 25 from both sides. We get 225 is less than 10x. Multiply by 1/10 to both sides, or divide both sides by 10, however you think about it. And what we get is 22.5 is less than x. So she must work more than 22.5 hours. Okay. Go ahead and try this one out on your own. What you should have done is found that x equals the number of people she can invite, because that's what we are looking for. Okay, the unit rate is $5.50 for each person, so that is going to be our coefficient. And she has at most $200 to spend, which means that she can spend exactly $200, so that's why we're doing the greater than or equal to sign. So this is the amount that she actually spends. This must be less than the amount that she actually has. Okay, so we subtract 50 from both sides. What we get is 150 is greater than or equal to 5.5x. And then we multiply both sides by 1/5.5 or divide by 5.5, either way. I don't care how you think about it. And what we end up getting is 27.27 repeating is greater than or equal to x. Okay, so that means that she has to invite 27.27 people or less, however, or fewer, excuse me. And however, that doesn't quite make sense because we can't invite 0.27 people. So instead we have to round down because we want to be sure that we can afford all this. So we're going to round down. So she can invite 27 people. Okay. Go ahead and try this one out on your own. What you should have set up was that she has at most $10 that she can spend, so therefore she can spend exactly $10. So therefore we're going to use the or equal to sign. Okay. So at most $10 you can spend exactly $10. The flat rate is this, so that's going to be our constant, and our coefficient is going to be the unit rate, which is right here, 65 cents per mile. So therefore that's our coefficient. Okay, we're going to solve by subtracting $1.75 from both sides, 0.75, and what we get is 8.25 is greater than or equal to 0.65x. And then we're going to divide both sides by 0.65 or multiply by 1/0.65. So here with decimals it's probably easier just to do the division. And what you find is that x is less than or equal to 12.69. We'll just round it right there. So we can say that she can travel 12.69 miles before running out of money. Okay. Go ahead and try this problem out on your own. If you were thinking to yourself, wow, this seems like a really easy question, you are absolutely correct, because here we can fit 750 people, which means that we can fit exactly 750 people. Okay, so that's why we're going to use the or equal to sign, and we already have 472 in there, and that means that we can only fit X amount more, which is because that's how much we're looking for. X is how many more students can enter the gym. And so here all we really need to do is subtract 472 from both sides. And once we do that, we find that x is going to be less than or equal to 200. Let's do some little mental math right here, 14 and 10. So that's going to be 8 and 7, 278. So therefore, as a sentence, 278 more students can fit in the gym. Okay, this is students. Okay, and the final question, go ahead and try this one out on your own. What you should have found is that x equals the money that he needs to save each day, if there are only 7 days left until Valentine's Day. Okay, the constant is the $29 that he already has, and he wants to save at least $50, which means he's allowed to save up more than $50, but he can save just $50 as well. So that's why we're going to use the or equal to sign. So we're going to subtract 29 from both sides. Subtract 29 from both sides, and when we do that, we get 21 is less than or equal to 7x. And then we're going to divide by 7 or multiply by 1/7 to both sides, and we find out that he needs to save at least $3 per day. He must save at least $3 per day.